All right. All right. We are live. Welcome, everybody. It is Wednesday, and I'm here for my lunch and learn. I am so happy to be here. I am here each and every week, and I explore topics to help you elevate your mindset, be at your best, and radically expand your life and business. And today I'm talking about goals versus intentions. So we've got goals, we've got intentions. What are they? How are they unique? And how can you use each of them in your life? So, if you know you want a rich and fulfilling life, a life filled with purpose, with passion, with profit, and you want to be an active and joyful participant in it, I want you to listen up because I'm going to show you how to use goals and intentions for that. So I know some of you know me, some of you don't. I'm Larissa McCook. I am a master results coach and CEO of Abundance Academy, where we help professional women whose external world tell the world external results, easy for her to say, their external results tell the world they are successful. And on the inside, they just know that they're destined for more. I help them fill their gaps, go after their dreams so they can love themselves, love their business, and love their life again. So I'd love to know where you're coming in from. So tell me where you are coming in from. If you're tuning in by replay, type in replay in the chat. And if it's your first time, type in first time in the chat so we can welcome you, because I truly thank you for being here. I appreciate you and I appreciate your presence. Now, when it comes to this whole idea of setting goals, I many years ago, I didn't even know what a goal was, and I didn't know how to set them or that I should set them, or I had no concept about them. I remember I was working in the financial services arena, and our branch manager texted us. She's like, "We have a meeting. It's really important." And it was between Christmas and New Year's one year. And she said, "Block the day off and get over to the office now." So I'm just like, okay, we did. And she surprised us with a goal setting workshop, and it knocked my socks off because I didn't realize I didn't know how to dream. I didn't realize I didn't know how to set goals. And as I heard other people's goals and as I started to listen to other people, I started to gain the confidence in actually maybe going after a few things myself. Now, over the years, I've been a very deliberate goal setter. And whenever I get goals and whenever I had gotten goals, I would just feel so on top of the world. I love checking things off my list. I love the satisfaction of achieving the goals. I love seeing all the goals that I've achieved at the end of the year. It's just so incredibly rewarding. However, there was also some other goals I would set and I didn't get them. And I started to feel really bad. I'd feel really guilty and I'd get really down on myself, like, oh, I'm not good enough and things aren't working, even though evidence showed that they were. Right? I was achieving many goals. I had progressed in my life. However, I kept seeing the ones that weren't achieved and held myself back. And so when I really started to think about who I wanted to be on my way to these goals that I hadn't achieved yet, and what I wanted the journey to look like, that's when everything really started to change. I became more joyful, more present in my day and in my life, and really started showing up with purpose, with excellence, and with grace. And so, why am I sharing this with you? Well, you must have goals to aspire to. However, you've also got to have intentions to bring out the best in you and to appreciate the journey along the way. So, goals versus intentions, you actually need both. They work in a symbiotic way and they help move you forward at an accelerated process. So I ask yourself, do you want to live a rich and fulfilling life, one that you have purpose, passion, joy, profit? Do you want that? Would you like to tune into who you really are and what you do and actually make sure it's aligned really innately with the most important things that are on your list? Make sure that what you're doing and who you're being are aligned. Can you imagine having more of your life go well more of the time and feeling good more and more and more often? Well, that's exactly what we're talking about today. It's the power of intention and combined with the power of goals, because this is a really powerful season. We're entering fall and we've just flipped seasons. And so with a new season can come a new reason, can come new opportunities. And it just depends on how you choose to use them. We are entering quarter four for those of you that are in business. Quarter four begins right away. And you really truly can apply these principles to your business and to your life and get so much more accomplished in this last quarter than you have the entire rest of the year. And it probably wouldn't take as much as you think. So, what is a goal? Okay, what is a goal? A goal is really something specific that you want to accomplish by a certain period of time. And it's really focused more on the journey, on the destination than the journey. So I'm going to use, we're talking quarter four, we're talking end of the year, and I mentioned a business goal. So let's use income, for example. And this is something we chatted about with our clients on my Monday night call, okay, with my Abundance Accelerator program clients. And so I said, what has been your income from January until now? So what's been your income for the first 9 months of the year, the first 3 quarters? And they wrote it down. And then I challenged them to really think, okay, well, what if you could earn that same amount of income before the end of the year? What if you could earn what you earned in the first 3 quarters in the last quarter? And a lot of them got really excited. Now, having that target, that specific amount with a specific date, with that end game, right? Income is very measurable. That would be a goal. It's future focused and it's about the destination. Getting that number is the destination. And I'm not saying we all have to have just money goals. It can work with any goal. However, it's about the goal itself. That's the goal. Now, that may not be so satisfying. So let's flip it and let's look at an intention. What is an intention? An intention is about who you want to be and what you want to contribute to the world and how you choose to touch the lives of others. So intentions are about how you show up on your way to the goal. It really allows you to raise your emotional energy and be fully present and enjoy the journey along the way. Because I mean, having money is nice. How are you going to improve and evolve as a human being? Who are you going to help? How are you going to touch the lives of others in order to earn this money? And that's a really key differentiator, because then it's not just about the money. You actually have progress along the way. Intentions are really about progress, and it just makes that experience of achieving a goal so much juicier. So we took this income goal and we looked at it and we said, how would you love to show up, right? Let's say this is your goal. How would you love to show up between now and the end of the year? And everyone got so much more excited because it meant something so much more powerful. People were thinking about how they would serve their clients. People were thinking about how they would add more value to their workplace. People were thinking about how they could show up in a much more elegant and graceful way. And that was magical. We call this the juice. Because if you don't have a juicy goal, right? The goal is exciting. However, getting to the goal is almost more important than just having the goal, because it's about who you become along the way. Now, I learned this. I learned the idea of having a big and juicy goal from one of my mentors, Bob Proctor. And he recently passed away, but he said, you need a goal that lights you up, something that's so inspiring, something that you've never done before, something that causes you to grow, something that is a little bit scary because you've never done it before and you just don't know how yet. However, it's really about who you become along the way. And bringing this idea of intentions with this idea of that big, juicy goal allows the process to flow really, really smoothly. So, why do we even need to have these things? Well, why would we want to define this now instead of just, showing up day to day? Well, your conscious mind is a goal setter. Your unconscious mind is a goal getter. And when you consciously set goals, you start getting your goal seeking mechanism in play. You actually start moving towards the goal and you start programming your unconscious mind. Is it just setting the goal? Is that going to be enough? For most people, probably not. However, if you don't actually take the time to say, yeah, this is what I want, And if you're really deliberate, you might write it down, you might review it every day, you might really start to build out this picture and get clarity so you can get it faster. However, you need to take some time in some capacity to get really clear on what it is that you want, because you create your reality in here. So let's use another example. Let's say you have a goal of running a marathon. Okay. The goal is you run a marathon in October, November. Okay. So end of September right now, let's say in a month or two, we're going to run a marathon. Your intentions might be to appreciate the progress you make in your training, or to commit to that training wholeheartedly, or celebrate the little milestones and achievements that you have along the way. It might be to keep yourself focused and keep yourself in spirit and take in all of the sights, the sounds, the experiences when you're training. Or when you fall and you might miss a day, you just pick yourself up and you get going. Those are good examples of intentions. Okay. So goals without intentions, if even if you don't hit the goal and you're living out those intentions, you're going to make huge progress and evolve as a human being. And that really is the secret to life. It's the secret to happiness. Progress is the secret to happiness. It's not just getting stuff, it's not just getting a goal. And so your job is to decide on a goal. Really get really specific on what that is. What is the exact goal that you want? Is it measurable? How will you know you have it? Is it achievable? Like, can you actually go for it? It should be a stretch. It should be something like, I really have no idea how to achieve it. However, it's like, yeah, if I put my mind to it, I'm sure I will find a way. Is it realistic? Is it going to fall in alignment with your world and your values, right? If you have a small family, if this goal requires you to leave home, is that something you're willing to do? If not, maybe now is not the right time to go after that goal if you want to stay at home and raise your children or be around your family. Or maybe there's a different way for you to get that same kind of outcome. And you want to make sure it's time sensitive. So we call that a SMART goal. Okay, so specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time sensitive. You want to also make sure to create those intentions based on those goals and frame everything in a really positive tone. Okay. Your unconscious mind can't tell the difference between what's real and what's imagined, and it can't process the negative. Hey, monkey, I've got my son home with me today. Oh, he's just told me not to go to Florida. And if I go to Florida, not to swim in the lake. Is it because they have sharks there?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's watching a shark show.
Out to the beginning of the sea.
Oh my goodness. Do you want to say hi to everyone? You can't see them because this isn't a Zoom call, but look, your face is on the screen.
Bye.
Bye. All right. Noted. Be careful in Florida if you're swimming with sharks. Okay. You want to make sure to really be clear about your intentions and what it is that you want. And wants ultimately show up in words, and your commitments, what you truly value shows up in behavior. And so this is where you start taking action. You start taking deliberate action each and every day, no matter what. And you may not know how to get it. However, all you need to know is where you're going and identify the next step, maybe 2, maybe 3 along the way. You can have a plan. However, if it doesn't work, that's okay. You just get back up and get going. Les Brown says, shoot for the moon, because even if you miss, you'll land among the stars. And so many of us just aren't living our dreams because we are living in fear. And ultimately, you don't get what you want in life. You get who you are. And so dream big and go for your goals. Set big, beautiful, juicy goals. And I want you to really stretch yourself this last quarter of the year. If you're watching in a different quarter, look back on the last few months of your life and say, do I want it to be the same? Look back on the last few years. Do you want them to be the same, or do you want to evolve? If you want to evolve, I want you to stretch yourself and commit to it 150%. So set goals, Also set intentions and allow the two to work together in a beautiful, juicy, and organic way so you can reach for the stars. Now, we've covered a lot today. Ultimately, it does boil down to you deciding that you want a rich and fulfilling life, and you will be actually willing to go for it and claim it. And how are you going to do that? Well, create that limitless vision. Create that limitless vision, set some goals, and decide to go for them. And if you're a professional woman ready for your next level of success, I would love to extend an invitation to you. I'm hosting a vision expansion workshop where I will actually show you how to create a limitless vision that can help propel you forward. And all you have to do, go to the link in my bio and register. Go to our website at myabundanceacademy.ca, and there will be a link to register. We've got an upcoming workshop just around the corner, and I would love for you to be my guest. I'm going to show you a step-by-step repeatable strategy where you can elevate your vision of the future and have it align with the rich and fulfilling life and business that you want. And it is a beautiful, beautiful experience. You get to work with a community of like-minded people. You are guided by me for the entire time, and you will walk away with your completed and compelling vision in hand. So the best part is it is absolutely free. And I would love for you to join me. So join me at this vision expansion workshop so you can have a vision, you can have a blueprint and a framework for the life you really desire, that big, big overriding concept. And within that, you will choose a goal, you can set some intentions and live a truly beautiful and meaningful life. So make sure to check out the link in my bio. We will also put links in the descriptions of these videos. You have yourself a beautiful day. I'm going to go check on my son and and see how he's doing with this shark attack. One of the things I wanted to just share real quick before I wrap up is setting goals and setting intentions is so incredibly powerful. I know that when I got together with my husband, one of our big goals and intentions was actually to have a child, and it took 10 years to get it. And now that we have our son, it is just such a huge, huge blessing because we have started being so deliberate with the goals that we set with him and the intentions that we have in our family, and it's turned into a whole different experience. Even though, I was impatient in the time, God will do things for a reason. Everything does happen for a reason, and you can't connect the dots looking backwards. You can connect them looking forwards. And I know in my heart of hearts, I didn't have the skill set and the tools and resources to be able to do that, especially with what I know now. So I feel incredibly honored and blessed to have a child and to know these things and be able to start teaching my child at such an early age all these things that I didn't get to learn. And it's never too late to start. You can always jump on and jump on board. So I would absolutely love for you to join us at the Vision Expansion Workshop so you can uncover your dreams and go and live big. You have a great day. I'll see you guys again next week. Bye for now.